going to learn more about the research project by an Ohio Northern student. With us today, to my immediate left, we have Kayla Boaz, and she is an ONU psychology major, and she's the one who won a Fulbright Summer Internship, and she's going to Vancouver. We're learning more about that. And then we have ONU Professor of Psychology, Dr. Phillip Zoladz, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so Professor, let's start. I assume it's really important for students to try to get research projects during the summertime, and you know, Kayla's lucky enough to be going to Canada. So how is that incorporated with the book work and, you know, doing this research?
It's really important for graduate school, especially in her case. She's interested in going on potentially into neuroscience, behavioral neuroscience. She's been working in my lab for several years with that. Getting this kind of a research experience is going to make her very competitive when she applies next year.
Yeah, okay. So, Kayla, tell us about your research, because you're looking at babies and when they learn right from wrong.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
So I think it's going to be really cool. It's something I've never really learned about before, but the research that Dr. Hamlin does is about socio-moral evaluation in babies, so how they start to figure out, like, who's good and bad and what's right and wrong. And they do a lot of that through puppet shows, actually. Like, they'll have like a good puppet and a bad puppet, and they see when babies can identify like who's doing like helping behavior or hurting behavior, things like that. So.
Wow, okay,
Yeah.
so I think it's more exciting that you're even going to Canada to do this, so you get to travel with this.
Definitely.
So this research, this tool, I mean, I know it'll look good on your resume, but
Yeah.
What's your goals? I mean, after, you know, you get through everything, do you want to take this research and use it with, you know, babies, or do you want to just continue to research and not even work one-on-one?
So for me, I have a lot of interest in psychology, and I think just getting as broad of a background as I can is great. Like the work I do in Dr. Zoladz's lab is so opposite of what I'm doing this summer. I think just as much as I could have in my background, the better. I think in the future, I do actually want to research ADHD, so kind of different, but I like the idea of researching kind of the social component, so I think that doing socio-moral research could be beneficial for that.
Yeah, so tell us more about DDHD. I mean, what sparks the interest there in that?
I think there's a lot more to it than what people typically think of when they think of ADHD. They think a lot of like problems in school, and that's also something that people deal with. But I'm really interested in kind of how it impacts personal relationships, because I think that doesn't get as much focus. Yeah.
So, Professor, the research and the undergraduate students and doing research at school, is Ohio Northern unique in that? I mean, researching with you and stuff, is that a neat experience for them?
Yeah, I would say it's a very unique experience, especially for ONU. We bring students in early on when they come to campus. So Kayla started when she was a freshman. She's been working in my lab this is her third year. She'll be the head research assistant next year. So, and it's more than just entering data and things like that. Kayla is going to be running the lab, so to speak. So they're getting a high amount of leadership skills early.
Right, yeah. Exciting stuff, this program. I mean, were you surprised when they said, yep, you get to go to Vancouver?
So I thought there was a mistake, and I remember I like jumped out of bed and called my mom, like, I think I got it, but also like, I don't know if I really believe this. Like, I need to double check on a couple of things first. But yeah, no, I was just shocked because it's just such an awesome opportunity, and I'm really, really interested in traveling. I've done a lot of traveling, and so to be able to travel while still like furthering my research career is just the best of both worlds. So,
have you been in that area before of Canada?
Apparently I've been to Canada once. When I was in Glacier National Park, we like went over the border for a minute, but that's it. So I've never been to Vancouver. So.
All right, so exciting things all around then.
Yeah.
So when do you leave?
I leave May 14th, so in less than 2 weeks I'll be there.
And all summer long, when do you come back?
Yeah, so I work there for 12 weeks, and I'm going to stay an extra week and backpack with my dad.
Wow.
So,
oh, wow. That's
yeah.
very cool. Professor, you can tell that you're kind of proud of her and that she's not the typical student, but Ohio Northern bringing up students like this, I mean, do you feel like just in the future you're just going to see a lot more about her and she'll be making the news and things like that?
Yeah, I would say that I'm going to see Kayla one day as a successful independent research scientist. And, you know, it's the type, Kayla embodies the type of student that ONU tries to attain. It's what we have been getting more and more of since I've been there. So
awesome.
I'm very proud of her, happy. Hopefully she's going to be a doctor in the future.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you both very much for coming today and
Thank
sharing.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, don't go away. We'll look at the weather forecast next.